Well, good afternoon and welcome back. It's good to see everyone back here. We literally have just got gunpowder. I turned the screen on and didn't record quickly enough. So just to catch you in, we've just got gunpowder, which I think is down here. Yep. So here we go. So we're going towards chemistry at the moment. We're going to get some cannons, and if you remember, we are fairly close to being able to, I think, start to conquest for our military victory. Just as a quick reminder to myself, there we go. We've already gone order, so we can begin to crank out our culture a little bit to get some of the order policies that will help us a lot with our war effort. So I think now is as good as time as any. We've got 76 gold coming in per turn. Now is as good as time as any to start increasing the army that we've got in our empire. If you remember, we were going to go and attack China, I think, is our first target. So that's possibly, hopefully in this video, we're gonna take China. 60 defense is going to be a big problem to try and take that down, but fingers crossed we'll find a way, and it'll all be fine. Timok is starving. No, what's happening here? What's happening here? Oh yeah, that's because we've got all of the artists coming out of this place, haven't we? It's got 30 turns or so, or it'll survive. So we'll see if it works itself out for now. Right, let's just plug ahead a few turns. So I hope everyone's been well. It's been fairly busy on my side, actually, between work and battling off this illness that I've been fighting over the last few days. It sort of just knocked me down a little bit, but fingers crossed, we're just about getting over it now, which is all good. Another great artist, wonderful. Now, if you remember, we're not going for a cultural victory at all. We're using these to start golden ages for ourselves, and we're using the writers to give ourselves culture bombs. Like big lump sums of culture, so we can get extra policies. That's probably going to be the best way to go. Let's just double check. So, okay, if you remember, we did unlock factories. We're quite advanced now. We went to industrialization, unlocked factories, but we don't have any coal. Do you remember a few videos ago, I was remembering this. I distinctly remember saying, wouldn't it be absolutely annoying if all the land we've got, and we've got a lot of land, we didn't get any coal. And lo and behold, we got 1 3-bearing coal, and it wasn't even in our land. If you remember, we had to end up buying that tile, which is typical. Just looking at all these cities, we're looking for building production buildings, gold buildings, and science buildings in a wide empire. We're not really bothering, like a windmill, 10% construction on buildings, like for 2 maintenance, but that'll add up too quickly in our wide empire. So we're not going to go for that at the moment. What we are going to do is we are going to start to build some trebuchets, because there we go. So 13 turns on a trebuchet and only 9 turns on chemistry. So that production will get turned into a cannon before the trebuchet is made. Now, we've got a fairly good standing army at the moment. We've got a bunch of pikemen, a bunch of crossbowmen, but really, that's not going to be brilliant against China, especially with 60 defense. 60 defense on Beijing is going to be quite difficult to take. What I might do is I might do a little bit of a trial run on Mombasa, see if I can take Mombasa. Just to have a little bit of a practice on fighting. If you remember, we haven't actually killed anyone since we took over Copenhagen down in the south. So it could be good just to stretch our military's legs just a little bit. Okay, we've got castles being built all over the shop, which, to be honest, I might change these castles actually now. There's no real point. I was kind of using them as a bit of a production to make sure we didn't lose the production in the cities, but okay, here we go. Oh, wonderful. That's a third of the way to policy. Just there, is that? No, one more turn, and we've got that policy. Brilliant. Now, we've got Gatling guns. That's the first thing I've noticed. So all of our crossbows. Oh, 215 gold to upgrade. I thought I had the... Yeah, I do have that upgrade, Professional Army upgrade. Wow, it's just an expensive upgrade to go from crossbows to Gatling guns, which, you know, it's fair enough probably. To change in tech from your little crossbows to a fully automated machine gun. Yeah, that's probably fair enough actually. Okay, so what we're going to do is Copenhagen, we've got no control over. If you remember, that is a puppeted city, which is getting us all of the benefits without actually increasing culture or science costs on anything. So it's good to have a few puppets where possible. So these castles, 12 tens to a castle. A keep carrier is probably not the biggest of my concerns at the moment. I've got a bunch of pikemen, but really I need to be getting more siege weaponry. That's our biggest problem at the moment. So I'm going to just change these two. Congo here as well. I'm going to change this one to another trebuchet as well. Gashiti is going to build one. So that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trebuchets in total. I don't think I'll need any more than that. I think the next thing I'll need, I've got a bunch of Gatling guns, I've got a bunch of pikemen, so some musketmen, some ground troops I think would probably be a good start after that. What is Timok doing? If you remember, all the way through last recording session, our cities would sort of fluctuate a little bit between which whether or not they'd be able to feed themselves, which was a little bit strange. I have a feeling I probably know what it is. Oh, there we go, Big Ben. Oh, an achievement. I have no idea what that achievement is. I'll take a look at that in a bit. There we go, Big Ben is good. Big Ben gets us a bunch more gold, and I think it reduces the cost of our... yeah, there we go. Purchasing new buildings in cities, which will be quite helpful. Now here, ladies and gentlemen, is where order begins to get good. Now, level 1 is great for happiness-based policies. We've already got the 2 happiness ones here. So monuments give us 2 happiness each. We've got 8 cities, if you remember, so that's multiplied to 16 happiness just in one policy. Young pioneers as well. We've probably got about 10 or 11, I think, from that, because we've got a workshop in each place and a factory in 3. So we've already got 27 happiness just from beginnings of order, and these are from the rubbish beds. But if we go to level 2, these are absolutely fantastic for wide empires. Now, the 2 that are the best are as such. 2 production per city. That's twice as good as, if you remember, the first production bonus you get in Liberty, where you get +1 production in each city. That 2 production actually stacks with the workshops, with the factories. And also +1 production for every mine and quarry in your empire. This, it doesn't sound like much, but when you've got 8 cities, this will easily stack up very quickly. And this one as well. 1 food, 1 production, 1 science, 1 gold, and 1 culture for every city. And then these will all stack. So I'm going to go for this one. It's just a really, really, really good policy to have. It increases just the general functionality of every one of my cities. Yeah, these things will begin to stack very nicely, and you will see, I promise. Now, I'm going to just see if this is going to sort itself out. No, it's not going to sort itself out. Well, it's just being awkward, isn't it? Just, it's insisting on starving itself. Yeah, the thing is that there are actual tiles being worked here. Look, that tile, for instance, could be... Oh, my words are failing me at the moment, but this place is just... if it wants to starve itself, to be honest, I'm going to let it. It's not worth it for me. Okay, another musketman. Let's just get some ground troops. We need a bit of cannon fodder as such, to make sure that we don't lose too much in the way of our good troops. If you remember, our Pathfinders, our Gatling guns, we don't want to be losing those, for instance. Now, our capital, as everyone will know, is our production powerhouse. This is where we're going to make most stuff from. 85 production here and only 1700. We've only got a factory. We haven't even got power plants yet, or hydroelectric dams, which is going to increase our production even further still. We were saving Oxford University for a better time, weren't we? When we could get a technology that was worth getting for 3. And actually, thinking about it, if we were to build it now, we'd either get fertilizer maybe, or steam power, which are quite good policies to be able to get. In terms of military, we want to be progressing towards dynamite. Artillery are so good at killing things. It's just brilliant. And what are the other things? I mean, tanks are a long way away. We're going to have to wait a little bit. But we do want to get to the Kremlin, which is the Order building. So we're going to have a little bit of focus towards that. After chemistry, I think we're going to go up to electricity, get ourselves for hydro plants, aluminium, and these public schools as well. I think that's probably going to be the best way to go. So let's build the Oxford University. This is a good time as any. Now the Gatling gun. Until we want to actually kickstart our fight, we may as well just leave all of our troops in their bases. If you remember from the honour track, we are getting culture and happiness just by garrisoning our troops in the city. So we don't want to pull them out any quicker than we have to, but we're going to be going after Mombasa pretty much as soon as we can. As soon as we get the upgrade to cannons, I'm going to upgrade as many of the trebuchets as I can, as quickly as I can, and we can just go from there. Purchase with faith. What can we purchase with faith? Yeah, not much. Not much. We can save it for a great profit, but to be honest, I might just go for a great general, purchase a great general if possible. It's always good to have a few of those. It's really, I'm going to be earning great generals anyway, just from fighting. It's a completely pointless faith. But as you guys will remember from me complaining earlier, we didn't really do very well in capturing the religion early. We should have focused on religion a lot quicker than we did. So we're not going to really be able to use it too well at the moment. A great engineer has been born. I don't think at the moment there are any wonders I can use him to rush build, which is a shame, but will we be getting any soon? Yes, we will. We will have a lot of options. So it's worth hanging on to him just for now, I think. The only other thing that we could do with him is we could use him to put down a permanent production, what's it called, a workshop on the map. Would it be worth doing? Actually, you know what? If we're going to go for Kremlin and we're really going to be putting out these tanks, it could be worth it and it could be good fun. So let's put him down. I've got so much production as it is. I think I can build a wonder out quicker than a lot of people will be able to stop me. So we're not going to worry about using him to rush build a wonder at this precise moment, I don't think.